And remember, there's always the treadmill if you don't want to go out and run in the dark.
Treadmill. Listen to you.
It's so great.
Blasphemy.
It's wonderful. Running with Maverick and Wolfman. Hey guys, what are we talking about today?
I don't know, but first, don't forget to find us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and the big one, YouTube. Make sure you hit the bell so you get notifications when we release fantastic things.
That's right. So, for real, what are we talking about?
Well, I was thinking the other day, it's that time of year where you might be getting restricted on when you can run to either it's dark or it's getting dark. So I don't think we've talked about night safety before or night running or being prepared to run at night. Let's talk about that.
Or night vision.
Night vision goggles. Let's get hooked up with those.
That's right.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Episode over. Night goggles. Get night vision goggles.
Done.
Period. Done.
Yeah. Night running. So night running can be fun, but dangerous.
It can be.
For sure.
Yes.
For sure. Let's just start with a headlamp. I like a good headlamp.
I too have a headlamp. I was thinking too, where do you find one? I mean, a lot of running stores carry them now, but I think the first one I ever bought was actually for camping or hunting. So sometimes I feel that if you can't find it in a running aspect of things, check hunting and camping because they've got a lot of equipment for that kind of stuff too.
There's a lot of them out there now, a lot of brands, a lot of variety, a lot of features. They do different colors, they blink, they do, all kinds of stuff, waterproof. They're all good now. Like some of them used to be kind of crappy, but now they're pretty much all good.
They've come
it's just
a long
how much
way.
money you want to spend. It comes down to the dollars and cents,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You want to spend a lot or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, get yourself a good headlamp. Start with that. And lots of people have vests. They have the blinking lights on the vest. They have other gadgets. There's all kinds of stuff. Reflective gear.
Yeah.
Some good reflective gear or just some obnoxiously bright gear is good as well. Not fluorescent jacket, shirt, whatever.
Yeah. I have a vest. My buddy and I think one of the biggest differences to where people actually move over and stuff is the blinking lights on a vest.
The obnoxiousness of it.
Must be. That seems to be where people move over, but a lot of times we'll run side by side, and then it must freak cars out because as cars come, then we go tandem and they must be thinking, what just happened? Because they always slow way down and move way over.
Well, they're like that person's out there, just turn the light off.
Something. It is funny to watch.
Yeah, that's
fun. Reflective stuff, like you said. I mean, I remember when you couldn't find stuff that had reflective on it, and now it's like every major company has them, every not major company has them. It's pretty wild stuff.
Yeah, I always find it pretty interesting when you have a pair of trainers and you don't know that's reflective right away.
Yeah.
And you go out for a run and you're like, what is that? Or you're like, oh, that's a reflective piece on the shoe that I didn't know about.
Yeah. Or you're running with a friend and you're like, I wonder if my shoe does that, and it does. It's pretty
My shoe
wild.
better do that.
Paid a lot of money for that shoe, but and then I feel like there was a few years there where every race you entered, the free shirt that you pay for was bright yellow.
Love it.
So check
I
out the Salval. I'm sure they have some.
I actually, when I was doing the running part of the triathlon, I would get team shirts made up and get sponsors and stuff like that for the team. And the one year I got like a highlighter yellow shirt, and the team hated it. Everybody complained a ton. I think it was the last year I did shirts. I was like, forget it. I thought it was awesome. I was like, this thing's gonna be great. You could wear it anywhere. You get seen. You go
Yeah.
training. And nobody liked it. Nobody.
Yeah. I know some people run with flashlights, just handheld flashlights.
Yeah, tops.
Yeah, you can do that. I've run with my spotlight before, but that was to look for deer while I was running. So that was fun.
Yeah, it would. I mean, I would say that a lot of folks don't run at night. They try to avoid running at night. But if you're going to, just be smart about it. Try
Yeah.
to watch out for the cars. Give them some room. Have all the safety gear that you can.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's probably better to shorten it up a little bit and do those longer runs during the day where you can see and they can see you.
Yeah.
Just being.
Or run with somebody, and also watch where you're running.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's debris in the road and you might not see it as well. So make sure you're looking.
Yeah, I've wiped out on the road in the dark.
I have not, knock on wood. My buddy though, one night we were running and he stepped in a hole and down he went. He was fine.
That'll do it.
But of course, the bitch of it is we knew it was there because we run by it all the time during the daytime and then just missed it at night and boop, down he went.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there was a time where a buddy of mine was running. I won't get into why, but he was running and he was running through a yard and he got caught in a hole like that, went right down. I thought he busted his ACL, but he didn't.
Wow.
That's a long story we're not getting into, but basically, he's very lucky not to have torn anything in his knee.
I would say so.
Yeah.
I always try to, places with street lights are good. Somewhere less traffic is sometimes good. Yeah. I often try to make it, if you can, so that you're either running just before the sun's coming up, so you're not in the dark quite as long, or as the sun is coming down. So again, you're not in the dark quite as long. But if you're going to run at that time, like as it's getting dark, you want to make sure you have what you need in case it gets dark. So I'll carry my headlamp. I won't always put on the lighted vest, but I'll make sure I have the bright colors on and things like that, so that when that low visibility does come, I'm prepared. And sometimes at those times, it's the light's not even for me. It's so that other people can see me.
Right. Right.
I might not need the light, but it helps to be seen.
And remember, there's always the treadmill if you don't want to go out and run in the dark.
Treadmill. Listen to you.
It's so great.
Blasphemy.
It's wonderful.
I don't know.
Maybe if I get bored and sweat at the same time.
If I get tired of the cold, maybe I'll invest in a treadmill.
You just run in place in your house.
Yeah. No, thanks. I'll do what that one guy does where you sit the chair around it and your legs are going just a little bit, but you're really just sitting.
That's it. I'm running in my mind.
But no, be safe out there, people. What do we say? It's about getting results and being safe.
No idea.
Not about getting hurt. I don't know if we've said that before, but we're saying it now.
Today's the day.
Yeah. So, what else should we talk about?
I don't know. What else is on the agenda?
I don't know. I'm going to do diamonds. I forgot to mention that. Don't
Oh boy,
worry.
here we go.
It's coming
Here we
up.
go. Every year, it's the
So
same thing.
we'll be
Gonna
doing
do
diamonds.
diamonds. I'm gonna run diamonds. Do it
This year,
already.
I'll be a little older. I'll be in the Masters, I think.
Why don't you get it over with before the holiday? Why don't you do it in October?
It's Thanksgiving Day, man.
Virtually do it.
I don't think they're doing a virtual one this year. I think they're getting rid of it.
I don't understand the virtual. I don't get it. You get prizes for the virtual. You're not there. How do
No,
you get a
you don't.
prize?
You don't get a prize. You are not eligible for prizes if you do the virtual because,
So
and
why do you do the virtual then?
well, Diamonds did it the years that COVID was happening and they couldn't be together, and you could do it virtually, which I did just to save time. But
I understand.
I heard they're getting rid of it now, which
I understand giving people the option, and I've considered doing it myself. But then I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I gonna enter
yeah,
into a race and then run it by myself virtually? Not even there.
yeah.
Like, what am I doing?
Well, I signed up for one last year and this year a 5K, mainly because the money goes to a children's hospital. So I thought, oh, that's good. And then they do send you a medal and a T-shirt, but you have to send your proof that you did it. So you
How
have
do
to
you
send.
proof?
You have to use Strava or
No,
Garmin. You have to have
no,
something that proves you did it. Apple has stuff,
nope,
and then you send that to them, and then they send you your stuff.
nope. Can you just video record?
Probably not. I don't know.
I don't
I was
know.
not I was not a big fan of the virtual stuff when it first started happening. I thought how ridiculous. But I don't know. That one was kind of neat. The shirt was cool, the medal was cool, and like I said, the money goes to a good cause. So I thought, yeah, why not? It's for my birthday. Um, I was training for Disney, trying to get kind of the back into the swing of things. It kept me motivated, something to do. Um, so I did it. It was cool. This year's
Yeah,
T-shirt is pretty cool too, so I signed up for it again.
yeah. The donation makes sense.
Yeah,
I don't want the medal.
the medal's cool, man.
Keep the medal. I didn't go.
And then, so how about? I thought this was pretty wild. One of my athletes, when he gets a trophy, he
Yeah,
takes the placard off,
yeah.
and he only keeps the placard. He gets rid of the trophy.
Because why not?
That was kind of a wild idea.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense. Like I've had I don't remember something I got in college from cross country or track, and the thing broke. So all I did is I took the little sticker with
Yeah,
my name and whatnot. I just stuck it on the wall.
there you go. I won this wall.
I just stuck it on the wall. I was like, "That's good enough. I'm not
I
fixing it."
had to win this race 4 times to build this room.
It might have been a clock. Like I had a clock where like it was a clock on one side, a picture on the other. That might have been what broke. I like fell off something and just smashed. And then I was like, I'm not putting this back together. I'm not paying to have this put back together. I'm just going to take
Yeah.
this little piece off. And
Yeah.
that.
Sometimes you get some cool prizes. I went I ran a race you could win pie. That was pretty cool. I did not win a pie, but
You didn't run hard enough.
well, it was a winter freeze series, so they held 2 of them. They held a 5K one I think in January and a 10K one in February or vice versa. It doesn't really matter, but I did the 10K one. And if you did all 4 of them, they would take your overall time and everything else, and the winner got a pie. And I think I was only able to do 3 of them, not all 4. But it was fun though.
How many total pies were given out?
I don't remember, but I
What
thought that
flavors?
it's different. That's a cool prize.
What flavors?
I don't know. All the flavors of the rainbow. Skittles
Disappointing.
pie.
Disappointing. I wanted to know.
I don't know. So that's kind of neat.
I'm no longer interested in going that race.
I don't know if they have it anymore.
Well,
Can't
that's
remember.
because no one knew the flavors.
Somebody was winning pie.
Yeah, the director.
Could be.
Brought home another dozen pies, hon.
Great.
All apple. All right. So, what else? You got diamonds now. Now we got diamonds.
Oh.
We got wine glass. What other 50 marathons and races are you doing? Come on, let's go. Let's go. Run down the list.
They posted yesterday's Boston qualifying times.
There we
And
go. Here we go.
They're 5 minutes faster per age group than they have been.
Great.
So good luck. Good luck.
Thank you so much. So what do I got to run? 2:54?
No. I think 3 hours, I think.
Great. Wonderful. For my age, I'm not running it this year.
Man. 18 to 39 is the biggest age group. And that might even be 255.
18 to 39? What is
39 to 40 to 45, I think, is the next one. That one's 3 hours. I think the fastest one's 255. Unofficial poll, would you burger load? 50-50. 50 said yes, 50 said no. Percent, that is. 50% said yes, 50% said no. Would you burger load?
Well, people.
I voted yes.
It's a tie.
Maverick, the tiebreaker. Yes or no?
I would try it.
Burger load wins.
I would try it, but it would be a low, like it wouldn't be some like 70-30, burger with fat flying out of it. Like it wouldn't be that. It would be something that would be,
I think you're overthinking it, man. Protein, fats, carbs. That's all I'm looking at.
No, because I'd cramp. It's got to be a little like one of those frozen burgers you take out of your freezer, throw on there. Nothing really comes out of it. One of those. That's
day before. Day before. Not right before. That's just
day before, whatever. That'd be fine.
Yeah.
But not. I was talking about like the day of.
No way, man. Why would you do that? You don't carb load the day of.
It's for the experiment. That's what I'm telling you. Like a few hours before, 4 or 5 hours before, get that burger. See what happens.
No, I view
you never know.
I view it like carb loading. It's beforehand. Before. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we need to get more clarification on this process.
We need someone to try this.
We got to find out who it was and get them on the show.
We should just get everyone that was on the show to try it and then let us know about it.
That would be fun.
Well, yeah, man. That's it. And we have to find out what else is on this burger because I'm not eating it without cheese.
Oh, I figured just get whatever burger you want. That's what I was thinking.
Lettuce, tomato, maybe a little onion.
Maybe. Sometimes onions can make people burpy, though. Like you want to be burping the whole time getting onions.
Hey, let's not overdo with the onions. Maybe cook it up a little bit, people.
What a way to win, though. Just burp onions all over. Like, oh, don't run by that guy. He smells like BO plus.
Maybe cook it up a little bit. All right.
But fun stuff, man. So when are you signing up for this 20K?
Right now.
November 11th, I think I saw it was. I could be wrong, though.
Oh, great. Just throw the date out there. Do it. Go ahead. What else you got? 10 other races to run. I'm not in shape for.
The Wyoming Valley they can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's November 11th I saw.
Yeah.
Leave a comment on when the date is, guys.
Do it. See you there, everybody. It's probably the toughest run I've ever done.
Nah, you'd be all right.
I don't know. I mean, interested to some degree. I gotta run again. I haven't been running since I got the COVID. So gotcha. I got to get back out there. I'm doing better. So, I'm at the point where I should be getting back. Probably tomorrow I'll go out and do some miles to see how it is. But yeah, races I haven't really looked. There's some There's some kind of series going down in Bethlehem, so I was kind of interested in that.
Is
Uh,
that their
they've got a cool glass they're giving away. Nice
are they
little.
is that the one they're bringing back the it was the Runners World Festival? Is
I don't know
somebody
what.
else I think is sponsoring it and bringing it back. It's like a 5K, 10K, half
It's a bunch of
marathon.
races. Yeah, it's several, and I don't know much about it. Never ran. I don't think any of
Yeah.
them.
If
But
it is the same as the Runners World stuff, it was well put on
yeah,
and it was well put on, well organized. It was the course was good. Um I think they added like trail part to it, but a different time of year, if I recall.
yeah,
Um, it was neat, but I think I read somewhere somebody else was taking it over and starting it back up because it was popular, but
yeah.
like a lot of things, I think COVID kind of killed it and it hasn't come back yet.
It sounded
Yeah.
interesting. I liked what they were putting out there on
Yeah.
Instagram. So I was gonna possibly check one of those out. Like I said, nothing written in stone right now. Just kind of weighing my options, seeing what's out there. Definitely gonna get into something though. Not gonna go too long without another one. I had a great time with that last run, doing the 10 miler.
Yeah.
Even though 10 miles is not my forte, but I did enjoy it, even though I wasn't in the best shape. But it was still fun. Had a lot
Should
of
come
fun
do
with everybody.
diamonds.
Oh, here we go. It's on Thanksgiving, man. It's your tradition.
Hey man, make it work.
Oh, I've already
You're not
got
you're not
established tradition.
eating but you're not eating dinner at 9 in the morning.
Yes, I do. That's my
Yeah.
tradition. That's what I'm saying. I'm already mid meal, 9 a.m. Boom.
It's perfect because I'm not obligated to do anything else but show up at that point. I don't have to cook anything. I just have to eat.
I don't know. That race has never drawn me. I don't know. I just it like it's neat to hear about, see some things, catch some photos afterwards. I like their results when I see all the 100 years or whatever it was of runs, but I've just never been drawn to do it. Same thing with Steamtown. Never been drawn to do it.
That was a good one.
People
They
keep
did it.
telling me. They keep telling me.
Maybe that'll be your first marathon.
I've been there a couple of times. Just didn't run it. I ran
Yeah.
with somebody for part of it and stuff like that. But just never actually ran the thing myself.
That's coming up too. That might be the same weekend as Wine Glass, actually.
Wine glass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got a lot of listeners going to Wine Glass.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's a good one. It's a good
It
one.
is. It is. That's
It
another one
looks
that's
it looks
well.
awesome. I love the finish line photos that
Yeah,
they show with all the flowers and whatnot, the
yeah.
trees. It looks awesome.
It's well put on too. That's another well put on event. They do a good job.
And they give you red, white, dry, or sweet.
You do get a small bottle of wine, um, like one of those.
Yeah,
I
like
don't know,
samplers or whatever they are.
Yeah, and it says like wine glass, whatever the year and stuff, and yeah, they give it to you, and they give you a little glass as well. Last year I think it was stemless. I think the other time I did it, there was a stem on it. So
Yeah,
they changed it up a little bit, which is neat. And then the metal is not metal; it's glass, which is cool.
yeah, that is cool.
Because Corning glass down there.
Corning, New York.
Yep. Get my Corningware right from the source.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, you've got plenty going on. You've got them all marked already.
I do. I've got a few marked. Yeah.
So is Boston like pretty definite or
I don't know. This would be 2026. I'm going to miss the window for 2025.
what?
Yeah. The window, let's see. I think it would have been the same weekend of Camptown usually is the last weekend before you can start registering. So basically if you didn't run your marathon before then, you're pretty much not getting a spot.
Oh boy.
So,
Oh
if I
boy.
do if I do it again, which I'd like to do another Boston, it'll be 2026. But I
Well,
don't
it
know.
looks like you're gonna have to do Tokyo instead.
Yeah, I can't remember when that one is, but
Why
I've
don't you
been
just do something in a weird, like, go down to Florida, but don't do Disney. Do like some other one or whatever.
so after we talked to Matt about the Virginia Beach one that Yingling puts on,
Yeah,
which is St. Patty's Day weekend every year.
yeah.
Of course, now I'm getting ads for it. So every once in a while, I send them to my wife, kind of like subtly hinting, like, "Hey, how about in March we head to Virginia Beach?"
And she keeps sending back, no, no,
No,
no.
she generally does not respond to my memes and Facebook messages and stuff that I send her, because it's usually from across the room, and she just shakes her head. And I'm one of those, like, if I send you one, I sent you like 50,
Yeah,
because I just, you're going and, oh, that's funny, that's funny, that's funny.
yeah,
That's me.
yeah. That's it. That's it. She's like, nope, not
Yeah,
happening.
but I think that one would be fun. I think that'd be a fun one.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of cool races out there, even shorter stuff.
Yeah,
Lots of
yeah.
different places to run at, different things that are neat and drawing in. I remember back in the day, the a lot of the smaller races used to they'd be shoddy and they would have garbage shirts and all kinds of stuff that you didn't really want. Remember those days? You'd get like an
Oh yeah,
extra large
yeah,
plain white
yeah,
T-shirt that didn't look good. The graphics were terrible. It had a bunch of names on the back of sponsors that like it
yeah,
just bad. It was just bad. You're just like
yeah.
this is a rag to wash a car with. Then they
Um,
stepped it up a lot. The
they
shirts
did.
now are like completely different. You're always getting like neat stuff, moisture wicking stuff, something different than like I said. It just completely changed at some point. I guess maybe because printing got easier, where you didn't have to like go to the local shop and be like, "What do you have left
Yeah,
over?"
that could be. I tell you what, it's kind of neat. Um, my team last weekend went to a race in Owego, and which is in New York,
Yeah.
and it was in the dark. It was like most of it was at night,
Oh yeah, I saw that.
and so the shirts, top so many individuals got shirts, and then the top team got shirts,
Yeah.
and the shirts are pretty neat. The like front graphic like charges in the light and glows in the dark. I thought that
That's
was
cool.
pretty cool. Um, weren't you telling me about a tomato one when we were in Pittston?
Yeah. So I've done that before. The Tomato Festival.
Is that a
It,
5K or?
it's a 5K. It feels like a 5 miler because you run up and down a bunch of hills.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you get there and you think this is going to be an out and back. It's going to be flat. It's going to be nice, and then they just run you up and down the hills. And when I did, it was really hot, super hot, and just not a fun. It was my first race back to racing after years of not racing, and I was like, man, I just saw the front just take off, and I'm like, wow, they're going out way too fast. Look at these guys. Look at they're doing like four something. They're going way too fast. And then I got done no, I got done with the first mile and I was like, saw my time and I was like, they're not going too fast. I'm going really slow. So, yeah, they're probably running like low fives, but they weren't
Yeah,
running or something. But it just seemed like it because they just took off so fast. And like I said, I hadn't run in a race in many years prior to that. Uh, but it's not a bad race. I shouldn't say anything negative about it. It's tougher than I thought it was because it was
yeah,
up the hills. It wasn't on the flats too much, and if it's hot, it's a bit of a challenge because of that. But it was fun. There was lots of people there, so
yeah,
definitely it was cool atmosphere. Lots of people, lots of cheering. The food after was amazing. My wife wants to go just because of the food and the restaurants and stuff afterwards. She doesn't care about the race, but she
yeah,
she wants to go back and have me do it because of that. It is a lot of fun. So you end up
yeah.
going to like, there's restaurants and bars all over the place and it's a good time.
So you only did it that one time then?
Yeah, yeah. All the years that I was running, back in college and stuff, I'd pick up those road races and stuff, and I never did that one for some reason.
Huh.
Just never
Okay.
made it there. I did a bunch of others, but never made it to that one except for that one time. Yeah. So yeah, it was just it was cool. Like I said, if you're looking for a 5K around that area, that'd be a good one to jump into. It's a lot of fun for
Now,
sure.
when is like what time of year is it at?
It's summer. I want to say maybe it was in August. I can't remember. It's. I'm pretty sure it already happened. I didn't even look at it this year. I just had too much going on leading into it. But
Yeah.
yeah, pretty sure it's a hot month. When the sun is brightly beating down on you and you're looking for shade, that's when it's going on.
Nice.
Yeah, but now I'd like to do like a big 5K somewhere, like some massive 5K. I've never done that, like with one that's
Hmm.
just I'm not talking about like 1,000. I'm talking about like a massive one, like ridiculous, where there's like different waves. That'd be cool.
Hmm. That
I
would
don't
be
know
kind of
where
neat.
that is though.
I don't know if I ever did a 5K that big. I feel like sometimes these marathons have that kind of stuff tied to them. Like I know Boston now has a big 5K. I think the same weekend as the marathon.
Yeah,
Um, Boilermaker has a 5K at the same time, so there's a lot of people in general. Um, I don't know how the 5K is. My wife did it once, but and I remember she said afterwards that she wouldn't do another one, but she could see how people get sucked into those kind of races because like
yeah,
you're exhausted, you're coming down the finish and there's just people everywhere just
everywhere.
cheering, you know. So she
Yeah.
said that was pretty
Uh,
awesome.
is that how Disney was though?
Oh,
Was their
Disney
5K
had
like that?
yeah, oh yeah, their 5K was e- every race got bigger, not only in the amount of people running it, but the people there. And the 5K was mostly, if not all, on their property. So, I mean, there were people that whole 5K, where
Yeah,
some of their other races, like the marathon particularly, you go off property and on the highway. So there's not as many spectators, but there still were
right.
some. But then as you get into the parks, because you're hopping between every park, yeah, there were a lot of people. But it was a big 5K. Yeah, there were a lot of people out there, which is pretty impressive because it was 5 in the morning, and you know, it took me, you know, less than 20 minutes. So you figure some people are coming out there that early in the morning to watch people run for, you know,
An
we've
hour.
all been to a 5K. You see your person like for a hot second.
Yeah.
So to come out and
Where you're
watch it
waiting.
at 5 in the morning is pretty impressive, you know.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But
Yeah, I would do that.
yeah,
I would
Disney was
I wouldn't
cool. I will say that.
yeah. I wouldn't do the dopey challenge like you did, but I would do the 5K.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do the 5K, the 10K, maybe the half. I wouldn't do all four. That's a bit much.
Yeah. I can't remember. I mean, they have all kinds of like bundles. Like, oh, you could do the 5 and the 10. Oh, you could do the, you know. So, and then of course you can sign up for whatever race you want. So even if they didn't have a bundle, you could sign up for, you know, oh, I want to do the 5.5. I want to
Yeah,
do the 10.5, you know. Well, it
sure.
was cool.
That's cool. All right, so I'm gonna have to look at some more races and kind of see what I want to do. That's
Yeah.
what I'll be working on then. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
do that. I'll do some research.
Yeah. I mean,
See what else I
you're in
can
a
find.
good area, I think, for that kind of stuff, you know, the Wilkes-Barre area and out Scranton way. And I mean, you're not terribly far from the Lehigh Valley. They seem to always have stuff.
Yeah, I'm thinking Erie.
Well, that's not close to you.
What I'm thinking.
you
Erie.
keep you keep thinking.
Got to the Great Lakes, man.
That would be
You can
kind
run
of
the
neat.
Great Lakes.
That'd be
Yeah,
neat.
that's what I'm thinking. Great Lakes.
Great
Edmund
Scott.
Fitzgerald, baby.
What's that?
Edmund Fitzgerald, baby. Gordon Lightfoot. All the listeners are like
Um,
looking that up. They're like, what kind of runner was that? Lightfoot.
Fitzgerald was a ship, wasn't it, or no?
The wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Yep.
Yeah.
Famous song, story, true story. All right, we're gonna end it on that.
I like it.
So make sure that you support the show. Send us your questions. Let us know what races you're running. We need some cool races coming up. If you know something in the Great Lakes region, let us know about it. Maverick and Wolfman running out.